With your CIGTV news update, I'm Jay Earhart in for Donna Bush. In our top story, Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure Minister the Honorable Joey Hew addressed the second annual Caribbean Transitional Energy Conference this morning. The two-day conference aims to generate solutions to facilitate Cayman's transition to renewable energy. Discussions are themed around the most pressing sustainability needs for the Cayman Islands and the Caribbean region. Addressing the audience of national and international stakeholders, the minister expressed government's commitment to renewable energy and outlined its reasons for wishing to transition to more environmental-friendly energy sources.
Our location in the world not only provides us with the means for renewable energy, but also provides one of the key justifications for transferring to renewables. As many of you would know, our tropical region is at risk from rising sea levels and stands to be the most affected by the impacts of climate change. If anyone has doubts on the validity of climate change, you need only look at how weather patterns and conditions are changing. Higher temperatures in the summer and record-breaking lows in the winter are being recorded all over the world. If you had a chance to look at the tropical outlook, you would see that this region looks like a Christmas tree with the amount of tropical storms decorating the ocean surrounding us. It is reassuring that the majority of countries within the Caribbean are in the process of creating or updating their energy policies and regulations, with the common objective being to increase the use of renewable energies and enhance efficiencies with respect to the way energy is produced, delivered, and consumed. A target of 47% by 2027 is now established as a regional benchmark. The Cayman Islands government, like our regional neighbors and other countries across the world, is actively engaged in reducing our own carbon footprint and transitioning to environmentally friendly sources of energy.
The minister went on to outline the goals and key areas of focus for the national energy policy. He proceeded to outline potential opportunities for business development in the renewable energy sector.
As an island, we already have the perfect conditions for generating thermal energy from the sea, which is environmentally sustainable and capable of meeting the energy needs of our people. And we don't have to look far to see the potential that ocean thermal energy has to offer for a wider scale. Right here in our region, plans are in place for the development of an eco-village, which will be powered entirely by this form of clean, renewable power. While the sea offers us vast opportunities, the development of a realistic and practical path towards a low-carbon energy economy will also require the incorporation of solar and wind technologies into the mix. Furthermore, as our transition continues, the use of technology will become increasingly more important as advancements make it easier and more affordable to develop, implement, and use renewable energy, both at an enterprise and commercial level. Smart grids, for example, which overlay digital technology on a standard electricity grid, are an exciting development which enables easier communication between energy distributors and consumers. Smart grids allow for more accurate monitoring of the flow, demand, and actual consumption of electricity, which translates into lower costs for the consumer. Smart grid technology can also add resiliency to our networks, which will be particularly beneficial in emergency situations, like the ones that many of our sister islands are facing this morning, and of course the East Coast of the United States. By moving towards technologies such as this, we can start to build a foundation for a green infrastructure that will be key to building our renewable energy economy and will ultimately lead to long-term carbon reduction. Moving to a low-carbon future is both a moral imperative and a substantial opportunity. I consider such transition to be one of the most important issues, not just for our time, but of any time. And I am proud to say, and I'm proud to be a part of a government that has a vision and ambition to make it our reality.
The Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Investment is a major sponsor of the Caribbean Transitional Energy Conference. CIGTV will air Minister Hughes' speech in full this weekend. To find out more about the Cayman Islands' goals for renewable energy, read the National Energy Policy. It's available in the publications section of the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure website. In our final story, Liquor Licensing Board Chairman Noel Williams spoke to CIGTV today about the recent updates to the liquor licensing law and the impact on local businesses. The changes took effect on Monday, September 10th. A key amendment increased the power of the board to permit Sunday openings of packaged licensed premises. Another addressed concerns related to the issuing of multiple licenses. The amended law also now empowers the board to approve licenses for groups registered under the nonprofit organization law. In addition, it can waive fees for temporary or occasional license for events linked to national festivals like Pirates Week. Mr. Williams had this to say to CIGTV about the updates.
The board and DCI is willing to take whatever steps to make sure that we get this law right and that everyone will be treated fairly right across the board.
The Ministry of Commerce says the changes to the law seek to address urgent matters only, as it will shortly conduct a more comprehensive review of the law. The ministry consulted a variety of stakeholders prior to drafting the amendments. These include the Cayman Islands Tourism Association, the Cayman Ministers Association, the National Drug Council, and if you need more information on the recent changes to the liquor licensing law, visit the press room at gov.ky. Well, as always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune into Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows. I'm Jay Earhart. Thanks for watching.
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.
Did you know your mailing address details on your land register must be up to date in order to receive notices on new development which may impact you? Visit Lands and Survey Department to check your mailing address is correct. Did you know that walls, fences located along the road require planning permission no matter the height? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required. Did you know that fences and walls within the high water setback require planning permission no matter the height? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required. Did you know that a trellis structure requires planning permission? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required. Did you know that a deck more than 6 inches above finished grade requires planning permission? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know that planning permission is required for a sign? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?